Hello, my friends. Today I actually want to share about a conversation I overheard when I was actually at a Starbucks at a giant convention this weekend. My son loves this game, Minecraft. And so we went to this giant convention with 14,000 people, and it was noisy, it was chaotic, and it was just really amazing. And so anyway, so every now and then we'd take a break, go to Starbucks, and I sat there and I listened to a conversation that I think has changed my perspective on spirituality and spiritual growth forever. And it has completely nailed in my new perspective on spirituality. And what it was is a woman was telling her friend, and she was speaking from her heart, and she was really hurt. She's saying, you know, I lost my friend Susan. She told me that she couldn't even listen to me anymore. She was too empathic to help me. And she was too empathic, and because all my energy was affecting her in a negative way, so she can't be my friend anymore. So I sat there listening to this, and first of all, I recognized myself in that conversation. I recognized how back in I call them the New Age Nazi days, I've tamed down a lot since then, how I used to not want to go anywhere or be around anything that I considered negative. And I know that it's a problem for a lot of people who suddenly find themselves intuitive and like, how do you handle all this energy coming at you? But truthfully, you know, what is spiritual growth really all about? Is it about gaining the superpower of suddenly being intuitive and suddenly having access to more, let's say, cosmic consciousness? Or is spiritual growth really about helping people be happy and feel loved? You know, so that really struck me, you know, because yeah, I like the superpowers. Hey, that's actually really fun. That's how I started out on this whole path, you know. And at this point, it's kind of like, well, so what? So what if you can actually feel what someone else is feeling? So what you take on other people's energy? The point is to work hard to transform that capacity, to transform the energy you feel, so you can actually help those people around you and become a shining light of example. And so it's more of an invitation to kind of work your ass off, right? To become a better person. So listening to that conversation changed my perspective on, you know, Kundalini expansion. You know, here we are. So many of us have had Kundalini experiences and Kundalini awakenings, and we're suddenly so much more sensitive. And the truth of the matter is, yeah, that's really good, but now we need to work to sort of, you know, give away the gifts by being present, by listening to people, by actually sharing our heart. And another thing that really came clear to me is another lesson I had learned some time ago about giving, you know, and it's a wonderful thing you hear with a lot of self-help programs. They talk about help another person and you will feel better. There is a mythology, let's call it a current pop psychology mythology that is going on these days about, oh, you can't help others until you love yourself. You can't love anyone else until you love yourself. Well, I'm going to call BS on that. You actually can. Actually, by loving another, you learn to love yourself. By learning to love a pet, you learn to love yourself. And by learning to love and give, when you sometimes feel you have nothing to give, you know what? It actually gets you out of your head, and it creates a space for healing to come in and for you to see the world in a different way. So really, this is all about taking the Kundalini awakenings, Kundalini ascension, spiritual awakenings, spiritual feeling, and learning how to ground it in the real world and becoming even more a part of humanity, like more of what we are in our physical bodies. We're here, you know, and learning how to be more loving and compassionate is what it's really all about. So anyway, I really wanted to share that with you because it just struck me that this whole business of, you know, I'm so empathic, I can't be around negativity and, you know, cutting certain people off because they're too negative. What an incredible disservice is being done in the name of spirituality. So anyway, that's it for today. Something to really ponder, and I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Okay, lots of love.